That way I'm using audio here.
No, it's perfect.
Okay. My speaker on my laptop's not working, so I've got my iPad for audio, but I'd rather have the laptop to see everybody.
Yeah, I saw you. I let in 2 Ellens.
That's right.
That's just because you're extra
There
special.
are 2 Ellens. There's Ellen Bernstein with the collars and Ellen J, who I think must be a different Ellen.
No, that's also me, but it's my iPad.
Ah!
That's what I'm saying.
She
My
can-
speaker is
Which
not
is
working on
both
my
you.
laptop. Yeah, they're both me.
She's in 2 places at once.
There you go. Ooh.
It's really weird.
I
Carolina,
just
you
saw you and Steve floating by.
I'm sorry?
I just saw Lisa and Steve, but a moment of them. I don't know what's wrong with their. You're here. Oh, but we don't see you.
I see you.
Yeah.
Oh, you see Lisa now?
Yeah, I see Lisa and Steve.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay.
Hi, Lisa.
Hi, how are you? Oh, there, yeah. Now I see you, hun.
Oh, there, yeah.
Caroline, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
Good.
Very well. I just want to say to everybody, because some of you I know may not be able to see chat, that Paul has just put in the chat, Isaac asked me to say Shabbat Shalom to everyone. And I think that is so lovely. I really think that's such a lovely thing. Thank you, Paul.
You're welcome.
And Isaac.
He's a good kid. He's a good
Give
young
him our
man.
love.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
Is
he okay, Paul?
Say again?
Is he okay?
Oh, yeah, he's okay. He's, for the first time in a number of months, he's able to get together with the 3 people he calls his friends.
Oh,
The only time they could do it was on Shabbos. So
fine.
he was apologetic. I would go, do, be.
Let you go. You have to
Yeah,
do.
yeah.
Yeah.
Shabbat comes every week. It's okay.
Yes,
Absolutely.
that's true.
Absolutely.
Shabbat shalom, everyone. Hope everyone had a good week. Let's take a deep breath and let it all out. And we can do one more breath even, just to, get ourselves in the mood, and then let it all out. And we're going to begin with a little bit of a lively Shabbat Shalom today. Because why not? It's Shabbat. Shabbat, Shabbat, Shalom, Shabbat, Shabbat, Shalom. Shabbat, Shalom, Shabbat, Shabbat, Shalom, Shabbat, Shabbat, Shalom. Shabbat, Shalom, Shabbat, Shabbat, Shalom, Shabbat, Shabbat, Shalom. Shabbat, Shalom, Shabbat, Shabbat, Shalom, Shabbat, Shabbat, Shalom. Shabbat, Shalom. Let's try now. Shabbat, Shabbat, Shalom, Shabbat, Shabbat, Shalom. Shabbat, Shalom, Shabbat, Shabbat, Shalom, Shabbat, Shabbat, Shalom. 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 Here we go. Shabbat, Shabbat, Shalom, Shabbat, Shabbat, Shalom. Shabbat, Shalom, Shabbat, Shabbat, Shalom, Shabbat, Shabbat, Shalom. Shabbat, Shalom, Shabbat, Shabbat, Shalom, Shabbat, Shabbat, Shalom. Shabbat, Shalom, Shabbat, Shabbat, Shalom, Shabbat, Shabbat, Shalom, Shabbat, Shalom, Shabbat, Shalom. Shabbat Shalom once again, and Ellen is lighting the candles for us.
And if it's okay, I'm going to light both of my grandmother's candles. I've got my dad's mom's and my mother's mom's candles, or Shabbat candlesticks. Good thing I've got both. I may only have one. Come on. There we go. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat. Amen.
Amen. And let's begin our service. And we're going to ask Linda to unmute. Everybody can unmute and read responsively.
May the doors of this synagogue be wide enough to receive all who hunger for love and all who are lonely for fellowship.
May it
welcome
welcome
all who have cares to unburden, thanks to express, and hopes to share.
May the doors of this synagogue be narrow enough to shut out pettiness, pride, envy, and enmity.
May it be too high to admit
complacency, selfishness, and harshness.
May this Kehila be, for all who enter, the doorway to a richer and more meaningful life.
Amen.
Amen.
לכו נרננה לאדוני נריע לצור אישנו לקדמה פניו בתודה בזמירו נריע לו.
שירו לאדוני שיר חדש, שירו לאדוני כל הארץ, שירו לאדוני ברכו שמו, ברכו לשמו וישועתו. היי ליי 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 ליי
תודה רבה. And now we ask Barbara to unmute and read for us Shabbat is the place.
Shabbat is the place where time and space meet without questioning how the beginning began or how the ending ends. Shabbat is the place where song and silence meet, blessing each other with the gift of rest. Shabbat is the place where song and silence, did I just read that? Where song and silence meet, blessing each other with the gift of rest. Shabbat is the place where dreams and angels meet, yearning together for a world of peace. Shabbat is the place where holiness and eternity meet, praying together for the world to come.
Amen.
Amen.
And as we go out to the fields, we welcome Shabbat, the bride, Shabbat, the queen, with joy, with happiness, as we sing Lecha Dodi. Lecha Dodi, לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. lecha Dodi, לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. שמור וזכור בדיבור אחד, השמיענו אל המיוחד. אדוני אחד ושמו אחד, לשם ולתפארת לתהילה. lecha Dodi, לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לקראת שבת לכו ונלכה, כי מקור הברכה מראש מקדם משוכה, סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה. lecha Dodi, ימין ושמאל תפרוצי ואת אדוני תריצי על יד איש בפרצי ונשמחה ונעילה לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת נגמלה לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת נקבלה. בואי ושלום תרד בלה גם בשמחה וצהלה תוך אמוני ים סגולה. בואי כלה שבת לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת נקבלה. את אדוני המבורך. ברוך אדוני המבורך לעולם ועד. ברוך אדוני המבורך לעולם לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני משנה דעתי ומעביר יום מבילנו אל חי וקיים תמיד ימלוך עלינו לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני המעריב אדוני אלוהינו אדוני אחד. ברוך שם כבוד מלכותו לעולם ועד.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום אל לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך וקשתם להיות על ידיך, וחיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
Amen. I think the keyboard got excited for Shabbat too. And the Mi Kamocha is one of those songs, poems that just really exemplifies the joy of Shabbat. Who is like you, Adonai, in all of the gods, doing wonders for us?
מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך בדרך הקודש, לא תהילות עושה פלא. מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך בדרך הקודש, לא
And we really need this shelter of peace over us, the Sukkot Shlomecha, the Sukkot Shalom, the shelter of peace, or Sukkah of peace, so that we can move on. Sometimes life feels like it's very unpredictable, especially now. It's usually always unpredictable, but especially in these days. And it's nice to know that whenever we need, we can kind of go under the covers or have this beautiful canopy protect us and offer us some shelter for a little bit.
אדוני הפורס סוכת שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל ירושלים. Spread over us the shelter of your peace. Spread over us the shelter of your peace. Baruch atah Adonai הפורס סוכת שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל ירושלים. פרוס עלינו סוכת שלומך, פרוס עלינו סוכת שלומך. ברוך אתה אדוני הפורס סוכת שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל ירושלים.
Shabbat. What a great time. What a great place to be in. And this week we are in Parashat Re'eh. And it's a very, very interesting, very beautiful parsha. And it's the first time that we actually hear that as the people of Israel, that we have a choice. As you know, we're getting closer and closer to the land of Israel. We're in the desert. And up until now, a lot of the choices were made for us. Where to go, the directions of where to go, how to get there. For example, we also had the manna from heaven would come down, so we didn't have to worry about getting food. water would be provided. Everything was pretty much provided. And we were told what to do, all these different rules. And now, for the first time, the people of Israel, we are starting to really, really become free. It's a process. You know, we came out of slavery and took 40 years, but it's a process. And we are now, as we enter the land of Israel, before we enter, but as we are about to, we are learning about free choice and about the decisions that we have in life. And the Torah portion talks about two different mountains. There's a mountain of curses and there's a mountain of blessings. And each of us we can choose whichever one we want. We can choose the blessings, we can choose the curses, and all the consequences that come with choosing whichever one you choose. And for the first time, each individual person is his own world, his or her own world. And they bring to the land of Israel this whole promise and all these choices with them. And a lot of people like to be told what to do and how to do and where to go. But this portion tells us that the choices are always ours. And we always need to be our own people and question who we are, where God is, how our relationship is with God. And the Torah hopes that we will choose blessings, of course, but it's our choice. And later on in the Torah portion, very interestingly, it's the same theme. We also read, don't make yourself a false prophet. And what does that mean? So you know that there are people who can tell you, today we call them psychics or, mediums. And the Torah doesn't talk about all of them. It talks about the ones who are false, the ones who will, when you go to them, they say, oh, you've got to do this, you've got to do that. This is your future. This is exactly your future. And if you don't do X, Y, and Z and pay me so much money, then this won't come true and it's going to be terrible. And they try to sell you all kinds of things. Those are the false prophets. And there are those, but there are the prophets who are the positive prophets, the real ones. A real prophet is really humble. While they can see your past maybe, and they can sort of kind of see the direction you're going in right now, they will never tell you what to do, how to do, and what to do, because they realize that we all have free choice. And that even if they do see something in your future, it doesn't mean that you couldn't change the course and make something else happen. There are lots of potentials. And so they would guide you maybe, and they would maybe give you some encouragement, give you some information that's really good for you to help you on your journey. But they would never try to really tell you what to do and how to do it, and that life will end if you don't do a certain thing. And the Torah is very specific. Don't seek out the false prophets, and tells us basically this is how we know who they are. The ones who are very negative and very controlling. And so as we're so close to the month of Elul, we are about to enter this month right before Rosh Hashanah. And it's a month of that. It's when we get to Rosh Hashanah, the whole month of Elul, and then as we get into Tishrei and Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur, it's a whole month of that, of us looking back and saying, what did we do in the past year? How did I use my free will and my free choice? Did I blame other people for decisions I made? Did I blame situations that I put myself in for things that happened in my life? And it's a really good time to realize that we have free will and free choice. And that's when people say to us, well, if God is everything and everywhere, how come this event happened or that event happened? How come there are murders and sick and illnesses and all kinds of things in the world? Well, we have free will in this world. God doesn't really interfere, because this is what we get. We get free will. We get the chance to choose as human beings. And human beings do choose once in a while the mountain with the curses. And when they choose the mountain with the curses instead of the mountain with the blessings, that's when things go awry. And that's where the world gets into a bit of a mess. So what can we do? Let's choose the mountain with the blessings. Let's be a blessing unto the world, unto ourselves. And what does that mean? That means also not being harsh with those who are those who chose the curses and are really frustrating us. We can yell at them, we can scream at them, we can write memes about them, we can do all kinds of things, but at the end of the day, that's not going to change. But maybe if we show them compassion and we show them how we live and we approach them with a little bit more sincerity and love, maybe they'll turn a little bit. Maybe not, but maybe they will. Maybe they will also take our hand and walk up the mountain of blessings. So may we all just choose that mountain. You know, it's your choice, you decide. But let's choose the blessing if we can, and let's see how life materializes for us. Shabbat Shalom. And so we're going to do a Mishaberach. And today we have a Mishaberach for Adam, for Jeff, for Paul, for Meryl, for Toby, for Linda, for Scott, for Oren, for Paul, Eric Taylor, for April and Doug, and anybody else who wants to give us names. Now is the time.
Lorraine Schinder,
Heiner Kornetsky.
Shayna Goldstein. Robert Only.
And we hope that they all have healing, and all those who are suffering from all kinds of ailments and from COVID right now, and from mental or whether it's mental or physical, emotional, we just carry them in our wings, and we hope that they get better soon.
Our fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Mishaberach, our mothers, Sarah, Rebecca, Leah, and Rachel. May the one bless those who are sick with complete good health, the renewal of spirit, the renewal of body. Let us say Amen. Yishaberach Avotenu, Avraham, Yitzchak, veYaakov. Mishaberach imotenu, Sarah, Rivka, Leah, ורחל, הוא יברך את כל החולים עם רפואה רפואת הגוף, ונאמר אמן.
Adonai sifatai tiftach ufia gita hilatecha. Baruch, eternal God, open our lips that our mouths may declare your glory. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah. El Hagadol, Hagibor Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Hasadim Tovim, Vikonei Hakol, Visocher Hasdi, Avot V'imahot, Umevi Goel, Livnei V'nehem, Leman Shemo Ahavah, Melech Hoseh Umashiach Umagen. Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham, Ufoked Sarah.
אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, רב להושיע, מוריד הטל, מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיה כל חי ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות ומדומה לך, מלך ממית ומחיה ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה להחיות כל חי. ברוך אתה אדוני מחיה כל חי. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלה. ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש.
And what does shalom? Shalom means hello, goodbye, and peace, of course. And we ask for peace always. And peace, sometimes we think that peace means just between countries maybe, or in a certain place. But peace can be also within ourselves, within people that we know, and the general atmosphere of peace in the world, where people can once again live for each other instead of just for themselves, and a place where people care about one another and lift each other up instead of bringing each other down.
שלום במרומה, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל. שלום במרומה, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל. May the one who makes peace
get our Kiddush cups. ויחולו השמיים והארץ וכל צבאה, ויחל אלוהים ביום השביעי מלאכתו אשר עשה, וישפוט ביום השביעי מכל מלאכתו אשר עשה, ויברך אלוהים את יום השביעי ויקדש אותו, כי בו שבת מכל מלאכתו אשר ברא אלוהים לעשות. סברי חבריי. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, בורא פרי הגפן. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, אשר קידשנו במצוותיו ורצבנו, ושבת קודשו באהבה וברצון, הנחילנו זיכרון למעשה וראשית, כי הוא יום תחילה למקראי קודש, זכר ליציאת מצרים. כי בנו בחרת ואותנו קידשת מכל העמים, ושבת קודשך באהבה וברצון הנחלתנו. ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת. אמן. לחיים.
עלינו לשבח לדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שנתן לנו תורת אמת, וחיי עולם נטע בתוכנו. אנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר, והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד.
In the rising of the sun and in its going down, we remember them. In the opening of the buds and in the rebirth of spring,
we remember them.
In the blueness of the sky and in the warmth of winter,
we remember them.
In the beginning of the year and when it ends,
we remember them.
So long as we live, they too shall live, for they are now part of us as we
remember them.
And if we have any yortzites or you want to mention loved ones, now is the time. We mention Hope and anyone else.
Go ahead, can you say it? Rick Brotherton.
I wonder where they are, that they're sitting in the house with masks.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה,
And other people.
בעלמא תברח חירותי וימליך מלכותי, בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי לכל בית ישראל, בעגלה ובזמן קריב ואמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מבורך לעולם ולעולמי עולמיה. יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא, ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה בריחו. לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, דאמירן בעלמה ואמרו אמן. יהי שלמה רבה מן שמיה, וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום, עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ועל כל יושבי תבל, ואמרו אמן. May their memories be for a blessing. And as we continue our journey to the land of Israel, and we remember to make our choices, sometimes not making a choice is also a choice. So let's consciously make choices, and let's start thinking about our year, our lives, where we want to be, where are we now as we approach Elul and Tishrei, Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur.
To a land that I will show you. Lech lecha, to a place you do not know. Lechi lach, on your journey I will bless you. And you shall be a blessing, and you shall be a blessing, and you shall be a blessing. Lechila. Lech lecha, and I shall make your name great. Lech lecha, and all shall praise your name. Lechilach, to a place that I will show you. Lesimchat chayim, lesimchat chayim, lesimchat chayim, lechila. And you shall be a blessing, and you shall be a blessing, and you shall be a blessing.
Shabbat Shalom once again. It's so good to see you here. It's summer and we're still here, getting ready for the high holidays. And there's a lot's going to be going on. If you follow the email, you'll see all the dates and when we are having the holidays. The readings have gone out, some of them, not all of them. You're still, if you haven't gotten one, you're getting one. And so don't worry, it's coming. It's just a lot to coordinate, but we'll get there. And the Slichot service is on August 29th. And it's going to be very, very spiritual. And, the tradition is to do it at midnight, but we're going to do it at midnight or Ahavah, right? Whatever or Ahavah midnight is when we're doing it. And we'll get into the midnight mode. And I think, Elizabeth, do you want to say something about the play maybe?
Yeah, sure. Hi, this is Elizabeth here, and we have a little bit of a tradition of doing a short reading in some of our services. No pressure, it's very, very easy. I see a few hands up there, people wanting to be in it. That's awesome. I did send my email out, so if you're interested, drop me a line. Thank you, Jeffrey. And I will make sure to give you all parts. It's a lot of fun, no pressure, enjoy yourselves. Thank you.
And then you get to be called a thespian.
Oh yeah, then you can join our thespian group.
Yes. And Rosh Hashanah Yom Kippur, we encourage you to invite people. Just kind of let us know if you do. We typically, last year, we had over 60 to 100 people at various services. And so it's a lot. And the Zoom can also hold a certain amount of people. So, I mean, if it explodes, we'll make concessions. But just so we have an idea, we're assuming everybody here is coming and then some others that we know. And but certainly you can invite whoever you want to invite as well. Share the link with them. I think that's it. Without further ado, we're going to have a little bit of challah.
Thank you very much. Chalah's at the ready. Jeff doesn't. Oh, Ellen, that is beautiful. I'm just looking at all these wonderful chalahs. Daniel's got one with his hands. Here's a tasty loaf of challah, loaf of challah, loaf of challah. Here's a tasty loaf of challah. And now we say the bracha, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotze lechem min haaretz. Amen. Time to say Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom. Time to say Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom Kulam. Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. What a beautiful background over there. And hope you have a really, really great weekend, a good, restful Shabbat.